LOL. Fuk NXMM. Madden.
Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual.
LOL.
Where I came from, the bottom flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shot.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Ito Smith, his first carry, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Third and goal, option right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's 4th down.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
All the skills were on display on that big-time play. How about him blasting off the line of scrimmage, deep downfield, sells the post pattern in a big way. That's really pretty easy to do because all defenders are taught not to get beat in the middle of the field. Then how about the agility to break it off towards the corner? Really nicely thrown ball. Awesome completion.
Flushed out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's a give to Smith. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Jackson now, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. A very solid gain of 27.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And an alley to run. John Brown, the 30, the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Hot.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Yates. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Over, 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 over.
Jackson will throw again. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now it's Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And Jackson throwing once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Allen to throw it. Left side here, caught by Clay. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Matt Milano in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney, Barney, punch!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Last stop. Last stop. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. Caught left side. It's Beckham. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Yates. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Try and run forward with Smith. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
They keep it with Smith on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A handoff to Smith. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
open